Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, July 6th, at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 581 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. 4 more bodies found after remaining section of Florida condo complex demolished. Death toll at 28. J.D. Vance addresses deleted tweets slamming Trump. I regret being wrong. Police responding to disturbance offered look at woman's breasts. Large crowds bring July 4th chaos to loop. 2 officers injured. Officers gun discharges during arrest and hits suspect. NC cops say he's now on leave. Israel used swarm of drones to attack Hamas terrorists, report. 4 more bodies have been found after the standing tower in Surfside was demolished. Workers can return to the office in 2 weeks' time. 11 people shot in Kansas City in 3-hour period over 4th of July holiday, police say. Trump aides laughed off a rumor that he would run for the House in 2022 because it's a real job that requires actual work, book says. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Lightning vs. Canadiens Game 4, Stanley Cup Final Score, Highlights, Updates as Tampa Bay looks to win series, CBSSports.com. Walmart, Publix, Wegmans among stores that sold Tyson chicken products recalled for possible listeria risk, USA Today. Jimmy Carter says he prefers PBS, CNN, and MSNBC to Fox News, Business Insider. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani share first photos from intimate wedding, page 6. J.D. Vance addresses deleted tweets slamming Trump, I regret being wrong, Yahoo News. Devin Booker, P.J. Tucker excited to have old sons practice battles in finals, Arizona Sports. Between 800 and 1,500 companies potentially affected by Casio ransomware attack, Fox Business. The Bachelorette, Katie Thurston's first impression of Blake Moynes will probably surprise you, Showbiz cheat sheet. Death toll now 28 after crews find another body at Surfside condo collapse site, CBS Miami. Angelique Kerber blasts past Coco Gauff and into Wimbledon quarterfinal, The Guardian. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Today hurts, Amanda Kloots honors Nick Cordero 1 year after death from COVID-19. Dodgers Trevor Bauer not expected back right away, manager says. Former Fox exec calls network poison for America in blistering rebuke. Death toll for Surfside building collapse rises to 28 as search widens. Criminals in historically large, global cyber attack demand $70 million ransom. NHL goalie Matis Kivlenieks killed in fireworks accident. Tropical storm Elsa prompts evacuations in Cuba, Florida declares state of emergency. Thai chemical factory explosion forces thousands to evacuate. Golf pro among 3 found dead at Georgia Country Club. I idolized my high school teacher, then I dated him. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Cops, woman tries to get away riding tractor. Volunteers make discovery during restoration. Woman shotguns beer, gets marriage proposal. 11-year-old dies in amusement park accident. Proposed mine loans over river's future. With water shut-off looming, apartment tenants search for answers. Group arrested during homeless rights protest. Officers remember slain cop. Man wanted for ripping down pride flag. White supremacist group marches through city. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Search resumes in the Florida after remainder of condo is demolished. How bad are U.S. wildfires? Even Hawaii is battling a surge. Juul is fighting to keep its e-cigarettes on the U.S. market. Maybe we can be friends. New Yorkers re-emerge in a changed city. Far-right extremist finds an ally in an Arizona congressman. As Lebanon's crisis deepens, lines for fuel grow, and food and medicine are scarce. Tesla says autopilot makes its car safer, crash victims say it kills. Birthday parties as virus vector. Watch these 11 titles before they leave Netflix in July. They were the nice, older couple next door, then the first body turned up. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. NJ protesters break windows at home of man accused in racist rant. California homeowner shoots, kills suspected intruder, sheriff's office. Prehistoric deer bone believed to be among world's oldest pieces of art. Kim pitches Cardinals past Giants, St. Louis gets 2 Gaussman. U.S. Women's Hoops Program Director stepping down after Tokyo. Blue Jackets Mattis Kivlenieks honored before Stanley Cup Game 4, we love you, Kiwi. Open Air Museum of Rebuilt Historic Buildings in UK becomes TikTok hit during lockdown. Gary Sinise, I thank God for the men and women that are willing to protect us. Bruce Springsteen's daughter Jessica makes Olympic equestrian team. Ricky Williams weighs in on Sha'Carri Richardson after week suspension. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, July 6th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Gwen Stefani dances with her new husband Blake Shelton in snaps taken from their wedding day. Ed Sheeran receives a call to check he is complying with quarantine rules while recording a podcast. Sage warns freedoms may only last for weeks as Boris Johnson tells Britons not to get mob happy. Migrant boats will be turned and sent back across the channel. Drunk owner, 48, who stabbed her cat then put it in a freezer grins as she is spared jail. Fears of an Al-Qaeda resurgence as UK troops are forced out of Afghanistan. British influencer, 22, vows to clear her name after fleeing Dubai. Charity fronted by Carrie Johnson reveals it is exporting a herd of elephants from Ghent to Kenya. How dare bridge blockers chop my property in half, farmer faces losing access to part of his land. Police are making a record 358 cannabis seizures a day. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. More than 1,000 Afghan soldiers flee into Tajikistan as Taliban extends control, Tajik officials say. England plans to end legal mandates for masks and social distancing on July 19, Boris Johnson says. About 140 students missing and presumed kidnapped after gunmen storm another school in northwest Nigeria. Surging global food prices put staple meals out of reach, from Nigerian jollof rice to Russian pasta and Argentine steak. Rescuers seek 24 missing people after deadly landslide in Japan's seaside town. Tropical storm Elsa moving across West Cuba, then to Florida. Mexico says gang killed indigenous leader over protest holes. Smugglers are partly behind Lebanon's energy crisis. The army is struggling to stop them. Pope Francis responded well to colon surgery, Vatican says. Egypt, Ethiopia begins disputed filling of dam retentions. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. After Grenfell, the unsolved cladding crisis. Lucas Paquet's goal sends hosts Brazil past Peru into Copa America final. Formula 1, Australian Grand Prix set to be cancelled again. Miami condo collapse, death toll reaches 28 as demolition expands search area. USA women go 44 games unbeaten with rout of Mexico in final Olympic tune-up. Killing spree, Wisconsin's wolf population plunges after protections removed, study finds. Climate crisis causing male dragonflies to lose wingling, study finds. Richard Donner, director of Superman and the Goonies, dies age 91. Richard Donner, master of macho blockbusters with a human touch. Roger Federer rolls back the years to reach 18th Wimbledon quarterfinal. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Prosecutors seek 35-year sentence for gang member in killing. 3 killed in northern Wisconsin house fire, 3 escape blaze. NHL goalie dead after July 4th fireworks accident. 4 additional bodies found after remaining building demolished in Surfside. Canada, US are easing pandemic border crossing restrictions. Bubbly supply halted after Moscow says champagne is Russian. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Richard Donner, Superman and Goonies director dies age 91. COVID in Tanzania, what's changed after Magufuli's death? How to get a lucrative job in cybersecurity. India's COVID doctors demand action after attacks. Riot of cherry blossom reveals new Damien Hirst post-lockdown. Climate change, the craft brewery using algae to cut emissions. COVID-19, Germany lifts ban on tourists from UK and Portugal. Burdick Sears, ex-dam company boss guilty of planning Honduran activist's murder. Afghanistan, soldiers flee to Tajikistan after Taliban clashes. Georgia, Tbilisi Pride cancelled as far-right protesters burn rainbow flags. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Another body found in Florida, now 28 dead. 180,000 Cubans flee their homes as tropical storm Elsa slams ashore, roars toward Florida's Gulf Coast. Today in history for July 6th. Horrific, record-breaking Pacific Northwest heat wave blamed for nearly 100 deaths in Oregon. 3 found shot dead at Georgia Country Club, including golf pro Gene Siller. The day in pictures. Israeli official, building demolition aids rescue. After Florida condo demolition, Surfside Memorial Wall stands as beautiful expression of love. AP Top Stories July 5th p. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Inmate firefighter takes engine on joyride, crashes and injures himself. More than a dozen Angelenos dead in bloody 4th of July weekend. Firefighters battle blazes across California as hot, dry weather raises concerns. Cause for alarm, COVID-19 hospitalizations worsen for black residents of LA County. Rep. Mike Garcia's voting record, will it be an obstacle to re-election? After a pandemic pause, pickup basketball players share communion on the court. Battery-powered trains could be a climate game-changer, is everyone all aboard? Photos, Star-Spangled Return of the 4th of July in Southern California. Car-to-car shooting on 60 freeway leaves father dead and 2 teenage sons injured. Tumbleweed fire near Gorman burns 1,000 acres, causes evacuations. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, July 6th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Japan's number 2 raises possibility of joining US in defending Taiwan. Government credit agency gave 80 times more money to fossil fuels than renewables over last 11 years. The general manager of a hydroelectric company in Honduras on Monday became the 8th person convicted in the 2016 murder of a renowned environmentalist. The victim, Berta Caceres, was a fervent opponent of the activities of the Desarrollos Energéticos S.A. Disgusting, Canadian pipeline company files $15 billion claim against U.S. for cancelled Keystone XL. Norway's largest pension fund KLP said on Monday it would no longer invest in 16 companies including Alstom and Motorola because of their links to Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank. Along with a number of other countries, Norway considers the settlements a breach of international law. Iceland trialed giving thousands of workers a 4-day workweek and saw improvements in well-being and productivity. Belgian Dutch child prodigy gets bachelor's degree in physics at age 11, immortality is my goal. French prosecutors said Monday they are investigating claims that a Saudi prince kept 7 employees in a state of modern-day slavery at an apartment he owned outside Paris. U.S. left Afghan airfield at night, didn't tell new commander. The U.S. left Afghanistan's Bagram airfield after nearly 20 years by shutting off the electricity and slipping away in the night without notifying the base's new Afghan commander, who discovered the Americans' departure more than 2 hours. Media hunted, over 20 reporters injured during anti-Pride rally in Tbilisi. French Senate blocks referendum on climate change. BC residents advised to keep go bags ready as wildfire season gets underway. Tbilisi, Georgia, Pride March cancelled after violent anti-ILG demonstrations. Brazil's Bolsonaro implicated in alleged graft scheme as lawmaker, UOL reports. Stray dogs have a right to food, says a high court in India. The next headlines are from Forbes. Time for frackers to gear up, oil spikes to $76 on OPEC failure to boost output. Warren Buffett-backed Bide's NEF sales nearly tripled in June. Santos Sport to Eintracht Frankfurt, $18.70 M-rated and silver replacement scouted. NCT Dream sets yet another incredible sales record in Korea with their debut album. Expect a slugfest when All-Stars meet at Titter-friendly Coors Field. 74th Cannes Film Festival to feature 3 Korean films. Most likely trade destinations for OKC Thunder's Kemba Walker. BTS, NCT Dream, Text, Twice, Blackpink and EXO are the most influential K-pop stars of 2021. Atletico makes a splash and Barcelona goes crisscross in daring new kits. Taiwan's main stock index hits all-time high, steelmakers, TSMC, Evergreen Marine gain. The next headlines are from Nature.com. COVID vaccines to reach poorest countries in 2023, despite recent pledges. We are problem solvers, research administrators offer guidance to working scientists. Shifting shores, delving into the past with mud cars. Structure of a mammalian sperm cation channel complex. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,716,377,395 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. The Bachelorette recap, Katie Thurston and Andrew Spencer discuss challenges of interracial relationships. Richard Donner remembered Jeff Cohen, who played Chunk in Goonies, on director's astounding generosity. Steven Spielberg, Mel Gibson, Danny Glover and more mourn Richard Donner, the greatest Goonie of all. Rachel Nichols apologizes for Maria Taylor comments that spurred ESPN controversy. Richard Donner, director of Superman, The Goonies and Lethal Weapon, dies at 91. IFC Films' Rihanna Bacco discusses the company's big presence at Cannes 2021. Cannes launches with COVID confusion and disgusting saliva tests that require festival goers to spit in a tube. Raffaella Carr, iconic Italian pop star, dies at 78. Barry Alexander Brown, Spike Lee to receive Lifetime Achievement Awards at Cannes exclusive. Cannes 2021, 5 burning questions as the festival gets ready to launch. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Alleged mastermind convicted in the killing of environmental activist Burdock Sears. England may be lifting nearly all of its coronavirus restrictions by July 19. Jeff Bezos built Amazon 27 years ago. He now steps down as CEO at critical time. 4 more bodies found as search accelerates after demolition of Surfside condo. Bill Cosby urges Howard University to support Felicia Rashad's freedom of speech. Tropical storm Elsa is lashing Cuba and has Florida next in its sights. It's a tricky balancing act for countries awaiting vaccine doses. Cambodia's star wheelchair b-bowler is an unstoppable force. As COVID vaccinations slow, parts of the U.S. remain far behind 70% goal. The food industry may be finally paying attention to its weakness to cyber attacks. The following headlines are from The Week. Superman The Goonies Director Richard Donner dies at 91. Seth Rogen shares Paul Rudd once pulled an elaborate prank on him at a spa. Amid thunderstorms, rescue workers continue to search Florida condo collapse site. Can Allen West take on Greg Abbott in Texas? What the Delta variant could mean for the Pfizer vaccine. Britain is going to try to live with COVID, the rest of the world is watching. Andy Jassy is Amazon's new CEO, can he fill Jeff Bezos' shoes? Remaining Florida condo tower demolished so rescuers can keep searching. Riley Sager recommends 6 books about danger in confined spaces. 6 charming homes from the 1800s. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Moments from the reopening of Belle Maria Pool. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Hawking made a prediction about black holes, and physicists just confirmed it. These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, July 6th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Most massive white dwarf living on the edge. The next news is from Politico. George Floyd's murder transformed America. What Politicos are reading this summer. Former top aide, Boris Johnson knows it's ludicrous he's prime minister. J.D. Vance says he regrets sends deleted tweets criticizing Trump. Rampant issues, black farmers are still left out at USDA. Skeptics question if Biden's new science agency is a breakthrough or more bureaucracy. How JFK's lifelong friend helped shape U.S. foreign policy. Biden's new dilemma, how to slash housing costs for low-income borrowers. Workers are reaping benefits in the post-COVID economy, but their power may not last. Biden ties battle against COVID to American traditions. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Nova the star in latest Brisbane radio ratings. Australian News Live, Sydney records 18 new cases of COVID-19 as exposure sites grow. Australian Grand Prix set to be cancelled again. Victoria records no new local cases of COVID-19. Couple formally identified among victims of Surfside building collapse. More good news in Queensland's COVID clusters, with 1 new community case. Embrace your inner peacock, life is too short to wear beige. Is OPEC about to implode? Australian Grand Prix set to be cancelled again due to COVID-19. The real reason the budget is projected to stay in deficit for the next 40 years. Totally carefree, what is a finsta? The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Futures movers, OPEC Plus calls off output talks again Monday, leading crude oil prices to surge. The Wall Street Journal, Diddy spurned Chinese regulators, who wanted to delay its U.S. IPO. Cryptus, Bitcoin price slumps, erasing weekend gains. Newswatch, these 15 stocks, June's biggest losers, could become July's winners. The Stellantis FA is coming, here's what to know. In one chart, GDP growth by state as COVID recovery takes hold. Newswatch, what to expect if peak everything already has happened and markets feel the force of gravity again. The Wall Street Journal, Facebook, other internet giants warned Hong Kong of possible exit over proposed data sharing laws. As worries emerge about the Delta variant and the J&J shot, health officials, and, so far, the research, say the vaccinated are still protected. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. SolarVest, Jinhin Group Property, Straits Logistics, PetDag, OM Holdings, Green Packet BHD, G3 Global, Me Technovation, JF Technology, Boustead Plantations, Iorica, The Edge Markets My. Pahor decorates diaspora organization, heart surgeon, inventor, sta, Slovensko tiskovna agencija. Supreme Court upholds, but limits, a Sinor estoppel doctrine, JD Supra. Elida.net signs a framework agreement with the Pan-African Postal Union to serve 55 postal companies in the continent, WFMZ Allentown. Global Automated 3D Printing Market, 2021 to 2026, Growth, Trends, COVID-19 Impact and Forecasts, ResearchAndMarkets.com, Business Wire. JF Technology subsidiary granted 6 new patents, The Edge Markets My. Supreme Court rules that inventors can contest the validity of patents after assigning them, intellectual property, United States, Mondac News alerts. Consultation on patent box, Mirage News. The next headlines are from Quartz. What are the new COVID rules in the UK? The Ever Given floats free, again, after Egypt agrees to a settlement. A soy milk company is feeling the pain of Hong Kong's latest flashpoint with Beijing. What pregnant women in India need to keep in mind before getting their COVID-19 vaccine. Why car production in India suffered during its COVID oxygen crisis. How to think about business stories creatively and inclusively. Today's intense work culture has its roots in Soviet mining. The inside story of how an ambitious African cryptocurrency startup failed. Surfside demolition, Divi crackdown, twerking bumblebees. India's cryptocurrency investors are playing with fire. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Felix Auger-Aliassime. Terry Donahue. USWNT. Brazil vs. Peru. Richard Donner. Federer. Jeff Bezos. Raducanu. Olivia Wilde. Danny Motor, Julia Roberts. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Richard Donner, director of Superman and Lethal Weapon, dies at 91. Pfizer vaccine losing effectiveness amid Delta variant surge, Israeli health ministry says as it mulls third shot and new restrictions. Italian prosecutors to probe Libyan Coast Guard for shooting and trying to ram migrant boat, video. Philadelphia July 4th revelers sprayed with about 100 bullets during fireworks show as major U.S. cities again hit with gun violence. Americans prefer low immigration by 3-1 margin, poll shows, which may help explain disapproval of Biden's border policies. HIV vaccine trial launched at the University of Oxford in bid to end 40-year wait. Belgium star Courtois' sister apologizes to stricken Spinazzola after accusing Italy ace of play acting over horror injury at Euro. Louisiana governor and FEMA rep raise eyebrows with a video urging COVID-19 vaccine as part of hurricane preparedness. French Senate votes against referendum on protecting climate change fight within Constitution. There's no drugs, manager defends UFC fighter Agapova after rival Moros makes claims of abuse and wild behavior. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. One for the history books, a new control regime in oil. Google, Facebook and Twitter threaten to pull services in Hong Kong over vague doxing law. Billionaire investor Charlie Munger says US should learn from China's authoritarianism. Ethereum 2.0 will supercharge staking industry by tens of billions, JP Morgan estimates. U.S. Army directs command to prep for mandatory COVID shots for troops, report. Staggering numbers of shootings, deaths in Chicago and NYC over bloody July 4th weekend. Wikipedia is more one-sided than ever, writes disaffected co-founder Larry Sanger. The alternative sucks, Matthew McConaughey explains why America is awesome. Morgan Stanley, here's why the market rally is about to take a break. Black Dems and NPR trashed the Declaration of Independence yesterday. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Malaysia indigenous communities hopeful on logging dispute. Myanmar military adopts 4 cuts to stamp out coup opponents. What is the Myanmar military's 4-cut strategy? U.S. left Bagram without telling new commander, Afghan officials. Off the chain, NFT market surges to $2.5 billion so far this year. Indonesia copes with oxygen shortages as COVID cases quadruple. Berta Cáceres murder, court finds construction executive guilty. Will the U.S. do a U-turn on Afghanistan troop withdrawal? England set to lift COVID restrictions despite soaring cases. Brazil's Bolsonaro faces more corruption accusations. The next headlines are from Breitbart. MSNBC's Del Percio, Republican Party embraced neo-fascism, it needs to burn down. Looters ransack Bagram Air Base after American troops handed over to local Afghan forces. Arkansas Republicans help give professional licenses to illegal aliens. Watch, members of U.S. women's soccer team turn away from the flag as World War II vet plays anthem. Chris Kobach, Biden helping free illegal alien child rapists, domestic abusers. Army video of soldiers marching in cadence with masks draws criticism. The world braces for the wokest Olympics of all time. MSNBC legal analyst Alex Wieselberg's jury won't be MAGA, it will be Manhattan taxpayers. Internet giants threaten to end service in Hong Kong over proposed data protection law. Study, woke Democrats dehumanize Republicans. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Pew Research Center reports 76% of Americans age 18-29 believe intelligent life exists on other planets. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Astonishing fairy lanterns found growing in the darkest depth of Malaysian rainforest. Playful seniors wear organic materials to personify nature. Inventor creates a machine that turns any alcoholic drink into soft scoop ice cream. 2 Boy Scouts save drowning woman while cycling alongside Missouri floodwaters. Top cities for digital nomads looking to work while traveling the world. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, July 6th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. You can own this rare 1987 version of The Legend of Zelda for $110,000 and rising. El Chapo's hot tub tunnel home up for grabs in Mexican auction. Austrian man bitten by neighbor's python while on the toilet. Belgian Dutch child prodigy gets bachelor's degree in physics at age 11, immortality is my goal. Lot in Canadian village for sale with small catch, it's underwater. Kiefer Sutherland gardener's equipment stolen at home. Coors was planning to infiltrate people's dreams to get them to buy, and presumably drink, Coors beer. ESPN broadcast cuts out as Joey Chestnut breaks hot dog eating world record. Scammers gave thousands of people fake COVID shots in India, authorities say. Thousands thought they were getting the COVID vaccine, they were injected with salt water instead. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Leak, Samsung to announce the Z Fold 3 and Galaxy Watch 4 in August. Pioneers of deep learning I think its future is gonna be lit. SEO is tough, this Google SEO training can make you even tougher and earn all the web traffic you deserve. OnePlus runs out of ideas, calls rumored tablet OnePlus Pad. Tesla's AI chief, self-driving cars don't need LiDAR. Bon voyage, European cities bid adieu to sexist mobility policies. Are evil's humongous $70 Casio ransomware attack explained? Facebook takes hate speech seriously, as long as it's in English. Psst, network names including % can break your iPhone's Wi-Fi. Zug went full Murica for July 4th. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Global BECCS potential is largely constrained by sustainable irrigation. Psychedelic spurs growth of neural connections lost in depression. Astronomers discover an oversized black hole population in the star cluster Palomar 5. Below-ground microbial solutions to above-ground plant problems. More filling, tastes great, how flies, and maybe people, choose their food. Hunting and hidden deaths led to 30% reduction in WI wolf population. Breakthrough in tissue engineering. The shape memory supports tissue growth. Being clean and hygienic need not impair childhood immunity. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, July 6th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Death of missing woman ruled a homicide, man arrested. Tribes say U.S. Supreme Court ruling further restricts voting access. Man arrested, suspected of arson after fire damages a Murray apartment building. John Croxton, the real reason we don't have flying cars. Amazon begins new chapter as Bezos hands over CEO role. Letter, Brett Stevens doesn't understand justice. Drought forces Grand Junction to dip into Colorado River. Letter, small steps to save water make a big difference. Letter, the Tribune should do better. Letter, a letter to corporate America. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. COVID vaccines to reach poorest countries in 2023, despite recent pledges. Open source audio editor Audacity has become spyware. In private conversation, hackers behind ransomware outbreak lower demand to $50 million. Uber, Lyft sweeten job perks amid driver shortage, lofty fares. European plan for gigantic new gravitational wave detector passes milestone. Facebook, Twitter, Google threaten to quit Hong Kong over proposed data laws. Antarctic expedition to renew search for Shackleton ship Endurance. Diddy app pulled from app stores in China after suspension order. Swedish watchdog to investigate Klarna for bank secrecy breach. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. St. Louis Fire Chief says department responded to nearly 500 calls on 4th of July. Vatican, Pope alert and well a day after intestinal surgery. Lawsuit alleges former Missouri sheriff stole drugs, assaulted woman. St. Louis Lambert survived 95% drop in traffic and revenue amid COVID pandemic. South County shooting, fight over late-night fireworks spurred violence, police say. 7-day average of COVID cases has jumped 165% in Missouri in just a month. You paid for it, St. Louis Health Director says $7 million anti-crime program is worth the cost. Person rescued after falling 100 feet off a cliff in Pulaski County. Mercy CAO says hospital has nearly 50 patients on ventilators. Police search for 5 juveniles suspected of Dutchtown shooting. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Santa Isabel wildfire that scorched 173 acres now 90% contained. 14-year-old ballet dancer is headed to Monaco after donations pour in. 80 stray animals recovered in San Diego after 4th of July. Terry Donahue, winningest UCLA football coach, dies at 77. San Diego County's average gas price rises to highest level since 2014. Autopsy, Columbus goalie died of chest trauma. Hit-and-run driver sends 2 scooter riders to the hospital. Volunteers clean up county beaches following holiday weekend. 5 things to know before child tax credit checks arrive this month. Watch, Big Bay Boom national anthem singer performs aboard Star of India. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. aircraft and warships support Ukrainian Navy Day. U.S. Marine Corps evaluates light robotic vehicle. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, July 6, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Holiday travel, some numbers double what they were in 2020. CA lawmakers discuss mandating COVID-19 vaccinations for all public employees. Crews knock down grass fire reported in Ashland. Sonoma State student killed in Rohnert Park collision. July 4th fires down in Contra Costa County from last year. Watch, fireworks light up Bay Area. 12 hours of non-stop chaos, Oakland Police Chief addresses deadly July 4th. Tyson Foods recalls ready-to-eat chicken products over listeria threat after 1 death. Man confesses to killing of woman found dead inside RV in Santa Cruz, police. Big rate crashes on I-580 in Pleasanton. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Whitcomb scores 26 to lead Liberty past Wings 99-96. Columbus Blue Jackets goalie dies after fireworks accident. Evacuations ordered after Thai chemical factory explodes. Brazil tops Peru to reach final to defend Copa America title. After good start in Iowa, Williams set to throw at Wrigley. 20 years after 9/11, lawsuit against Saudis hits key moment. Rockin' Rib Fist is back in Lake in the Hills starting Thursday. Motorcyclist dies after crash on Route 53 near Schaumburg. Suburban firefighters battle 3 late-night blazes. Suburban Democrats, MCC quiet about details of Biden's upcoming visit. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. How does the new child tax credit work in Washington? Here's what you need to know. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Elsa 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 94,310. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone 721. Population affected by Category 1, 120 kilometers per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 0. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Burkina Faso, Benin, Côte d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Ghana, Mali, Niger, Nigeria, Togo. Drought is ongoing in Angola. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Greece, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in China. Drought is ongoing in Bangladesh, Bhutan, China, India, Myanmar. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, July 6th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in the news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Houston Texans linebacker Jacob Martin teams with Boots for Troops. Bachelorette Katie speeds things up with Blake, deepens connections with others. Richard Donner, director of Superman, Lethal Weapon, dies at 91. Food truck employees burned when car slammed into Spring area business. Lightning storm ignited gas leak in Gulf of Mexico after pipeline rupture, company says. Two arrested after running out of Petland Woodlands with 14-week-old puppy, police say. Man pulls out gun and fires at ground, rupturing gas line, as family set fireworks. USPS Postal Police say they have been confined to postal property instead of helping stop crimes. Here's when it's most likely to rain over the next 2 days. Death toll rises to 28 as search through Florida condo rubble resumes. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Tiger CF Cameron scratched after pre-game crash into wall. Rodgers says he's spent off-season working on myself. Leading off, All-Stars Otani, DeGrom on tap for starts. Canadians lead Lightning 1-0 after first period of Game 4. Angels Madden, Otani to pitch and hit in All-Star game. Dodgers Roberts not expecting Bauer back after 7-day leave. White House gives gentle nod to Taiwan in vaccine donations tweet. Japan searches for 24 unaccounted for in mudslide, 4 dead. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York June 2021. Photos, the city gathers beneath a spectacular Macy's July 4th fireworks show. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Threat of blackouts in Brazil highlights climate crisis. UN ready for breakaway nations but the pace remains slow. Japan, UN chief praises work of emergency responders in wake of deadly landslide. Belarus, full-scale assault ongoing against civil society amid massive human rights violations. Flaws in Asia's pearl. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Biden kneels before Israeli president, pledges unconditional support to Israel. Judge orders new trove of secret Ghislaine Maxwell files to be unsealed this month. Video, Americans celebrate 4th of July. Advertisers seek to plug into our dreams. San Jose, California to force gun owners to pay annual tax, will confiscate guns from those who refuse. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Superman, Lethal Weapon director Richard Donner dies. Journalists attacked, hurt in Georgia at anti-IELTS protest. Johnson says restrictions to ease, UK must live with virus. Tropical storm Elsa headed to landfall on central Cuba coast. World's tallest horse Big Jake dies in Wisconsin at age 20. Goalie Matis Kivlenieks dies after fireworks mishap. Southwest, American delays hint at hard summer for travelers. Search back on after rest of Florida condo demolished. 50 years after his death, fans honor Jim Morrison in Paris. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Trump wants an inexperienced crony to replace a Republican star. Cop rioter defends prohibited arsenal. I'm just an antique gun lover. The new Gossip Girl is trash, but it may also be brilliant. COVID-free dance party infects 160-plus revelers. Prince William got footage cut from TV documentary about Harry and Meghan. Slice 20% off one of our favorite knives this weekend. Euro 2020, a huge super spreader event Europe should have seen coming. A New Orleans gay bar inferno killed 32. Roy Reid was first to report the truth. How scientists are so confident they know what's causing this insane weather. China and the US are talking tough. Don't believe most of it. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Chris Paul can finish one of NBA's all-time great stories in finals. Missouri hospital faces ventilator shortage amid virus hospitalization surge. Pete Alonso, Dominic Smith keep heating up in Mets win over Brewers. Protesters surround home of NJ man who hurled racial slurs at neighbor. Keith Hernandez went to ER for stitches after falling off edge of hot tub. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Exxon lobbyist said carbon tax is not going to happen. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Bill Cosby lashes out at Howard University in defense of former co-star Felicia Rashad, equates media to insurrectionists. Texas hospital delivers 100 babies in 2 stretches totaling 91 hours. 2 NYC residents, skilled professionals and adored family men, died in private plane crash near Aspen, Colo. 4th of July weekend shootings, 150 dead in the 400 incidents. Ohio police chief resigns after putting KKK sign on Black Op's desk. Boris Johnson lifts COVID-19 restrictions, says UK must learn to live with virus. 4 more bodies pulled from rubble of collapsed condo in South Florida. NYC Board of Elections to release latest primary vote tallies that will determine key city races. Investigators looking for suspects after finding decapitated, declawed grizzly bear near Yellowstone. Andy Jassy takes over from Bezos, things to know about the new Amazon CEO. The following headlines are from military.com. Massachusetts police ID suspects in armed highway standoff. Chinese astronauts make first spacewalk outside new station. Japan searches for dozens missing in mudslide, 4 dead. Ukraine criticized for making female cadets parade in heels. Philippine military's worst air disaster kills 50, wounds 49. Fallen U.S. bombardier's bracelet tells story of secret missions to Norway in last days of World War II. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. A grim Independence Day weekend in Chicago was marred by violence, with more than 90 people shot. University of Chicago student dies after he was hit by stray bullet on Green Line train. Organ transplant patients remain vulnerable as country struggles to reach herd immunity. It's an act of patriotism to get the vaccine. R. Kelly's lawyer wants trial delay due to jail quarantine. Chicago sees prices for beach holiday parking hike to $30. nonprofit dedicated to normalizing therapy for Black Chicagoans celebrating 2-year anniversary with the biggest mental health party. Hundreds of young people flood the loop as fireworks go off around the city. 19-year-old National Guard member killed in Belmont Cragen shooting Saturday. 3 people shot, men with concealed carry license steps in, shoots gunman, Chicago police say. Coffee, hip-hop and mental health. The following headlines are from phys.org. Software evaluates qubits, characterizes noise and quantum annealers. Sculpted by starlight, a meteorite witness to the solar system's birth. Constructed wetlands are best protection for agricultural runoff into waterways. Male dragonflies lose their bling in hotter climates. Seabird colony creates halo of depleted fish stocks. Fossil shark scales provide a glimpse of reef predator populations before human impact. How fish got their spines. Ancient bone carving could change the way we think about Neanderthals. Underground microbial solutions to above-ground plant problems. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, July 6th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. UCLA's Chris Smith won't return to basketball team. Alonzo's tie-breaking double sends Mets past Brewers 4-2. Voice stars Gwen Stefani, Blake Shelton wed in Oklahoma. White man who pushed black neighbor in racist rant arrested. Cubs manager Ross ejected from game against Phillies. Evacuation order issued after wildfire nears Alaska resort. Seattle man arrested after allegedly throwing chunks of concrete onto I-5 in Kent, damaging 4 vehicles, State Patrol says. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. I slowed down for an ambulance, so why did the driver blast his horn? Roadshow. Giants Gaussman flirts with no-hitter, but falters in 7th in loss to Cardinals. Letters, Scouts comeback mansions motivation virus origin partial picture identity politics. San Jose, 550 pounds of fireworks seized on 4th of July. Critter Corner, a harness might be the perfect solution for escape artist dogs. Letters, Green's only ADA compromised community, not hurt founding ideals debt relief overseas vaccines nuclear folly. Filmmaker Richard Donner, of Superman, Goonies fame, dead at 91. Dave Stewart rips Dodgers for their handling of Trevor Bauer assault allegations. Egypt reports that Ethiopia has resumed filling giant dam. Infant among 3 pedestrians hid in Pleasant Hill crosswalk. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Aaron Wiggins looks to NBA future, says goodbye to Maryland Terrapins. Gas leak in Gulf ignited by lightning, Mexico says. Inside the Beltway, voters still wary of government experts. Oregonians split on Greater Idaho plan to let rural counties switch states, poll. Boris Johnson, Britain to lift COVID-19 restrictions later this month. Jeff Sessions, don't allow critics to demoralize country. Bagram airfield departure by U.S. angers Afghanistan officials. Paul LePage seeks 3rd term as Maine governor, rips Janet Mills. Elias Amin, government seizing property must pay more than fair market value. Joe Biden compels patriots to get COVID-19 vaccine as White House falls short of goal. The next headlines are from The Intercept. The rise and fall of the ultimate doomsday prepper. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, July 6th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Onco target, general anesthesia for pancreatic cancer surgery. New online calculator can help predict death and end-of-life care needs for older adults. New method to identify dirt on criminals can lead to prosecution. Infusion centers associated with substantially better outcomes than the ER for patients with acute pain events and sickle cell disease. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Chicago's most violent weekend of 2021. 95 shot, 17 killed, 8 kids among the wounded. City jacks lakefront parking rate to $30 for holiday festivities, shame on Chicago. In college sports, amateur hour finally coming to an end. Aaron Rodgers says he has focused on his mental health this offseason. Blue Jackets goalie Mattis Kivlenieks dies after being hit by errant fireworks. Richard Donner, directed Superman, Lethal Weapon franchise, dies at 91. White Sox catcher Yasmani Grandal exits game with strained calf. White Sox preparing to shop. Man fatally shot in Gresham home, police. 15-year-old boy critically wounded in Woodlawn drive-by shooting. The next headlines are from the Times of India. An unresponsive BCCI leaves Team India fretting. Monsoon may hit North India only by July 10, IMD. 12 Maharashtra BJP MLAs barred for a year. Pakistan seeks FATF action against India. Maharashtra, Kerala slowest to come out of second wave. Lalu addresses RJD, vows Bihar return. Nilekani on government panel for e-commerce open network. Sputnik will soon be offered at government vaccine sites. Community's interest outweighs Swami's right to liberty. PM Modi, India to make cow-in available to all countries. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, July 6, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Texas Magic, the Flatlanders release Treasure of Love. Which awful Houston trade has aged the worst? 5 things a Metroidvania needs. This week in Houston food events, sip for a cause with the women of I'll have what she's having. The next headlines are about world records making news. Centralia man sets 3 Guinness World Records in free throw shooting, WIBW. Golgo 13 manga breaks record for Guinness World Record for most volumes, Anime News Network. Christine Boma smashes World Junior 400 record, weekly roundup, Athletics Weekly. Mississippi mermaid paddling down the Mississippi River in hopes of setting Guinness World Record, brproud.com. Joey Chestnut breaks record at Nathan's hot dog eating contest in Coney Island, Michelle Lesko takes women's title, KMID, Local 2 News. Now that's a wrap, Idaho couple reclaims world record for wrapping a person in cling wrap, Daily Mail. Macomb County candy shop owner trying to spread joy with dino costume world record attempt, WXYZ. Petrojet tank roof declared Guinness World Record, Energy Voice. Watch, Neil Agius triumphant world record swim goes viral as millions tune in, Love in Malta. US set slip and slide world record, Spectrum News 1. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Airbnb's pandemic party blocking spree rages on. GETTR, the pro-Trump social media platform, got hacked on its launch day. Our evil gang takes credit for massive Cassia attack and asks for $70 million ransom. That time Spider-Man went back in time for plant genocide. The Mano hives of Spider-Woman. Don't let your iPhone even get near this cursed Wi-Fi network. Custom Magic 8-Ball answers just one more big question, how you're going to die. Richard Donner, a legend that brought Superman to cinematic life, has died. 51,000-year-old bone carving suggests Neanderthals were true artists. Craig of the Creek's special ending theme was summertime sadness personified. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Hassi in -Meshaud at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Concordia in Antarctica at -88.6 degrees Fahrenheit or -67 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Did lead poisoning cause downfall of Roman Empire? The jury is still out. The rumor is true, Rimac is taking over Bugatti with Porsche's help. Old school, I work in DOS for an entire day. The thorny ethics of displaying Egyptian mummies to the public. At Games Legends Virtual Pinball Review, the better pre-built choice, mostly. America's smart city didn't get much smarter. Sizzling science, how to grill a flavorful steak. The following headlines are from Raw Story. New Jersey man swears his racial slurs in viral video weren't racist after 150 protesters show up at his house. Trump unleashed an outright slaughter of wolves in Wisconsin, study. Ivanka Trump is the next place the district attorney will likely look, former federal prosecutor. We are an army for everything that Jesus has purchased for us, Lauren Boebert at Freedom Rally. Mike Pompeo and Marjorie Greene were hacked on pro-Trump social media site GETTR. 100-ton hay fire burns at Devin Nunes family dairy in Iowa. It's unclear if illegal fireworks were involved. Terrorism expert Malcolm Nance says he's concerned about post-August QAnon because they're committed to civil war. New Trump exposed questions if Melania Trump still even lives with her husband. Trump was terrified that Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend would pull him into the scandal. Trump thought Pence was a square who wasn't tough and could be rolled easily. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. You don't need psychedelics to trip out on the Yukon Delta. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Landmark study shows 1 dose of psilocybin induces new neural connections, new atlas. Premenstrual dysphoric disorder is associated with a longer length from clitoris to urethra, BMC Blogs Network. Let's create a fit-for-purpose educational system in Zambia, ZUSD, The Mast Online, themastonline.com. Sea anemones sometimes eat ants, but why and how? National Geographic UK. Genetic mapping of subsets of patients with Fragile X syndrome TACG, Dove Medical Press. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Long crawl to immortality, new oldest person record by end of the century, The New Daily. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, July 6, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFO activity at nuclear weapon sites, including disabling ballistic missiles. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, July 6, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.